And welcome back, everyone. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I am in one of the new housing units, the underwater base dorm housing level 2. Malaya is working on it. She's going to bring it up to a level 3, and it's going to stay that way for a while. Normally, I don't let them do housing because I like to do it. But today, and because of where we are at, I might still not let her do it. I might still complete this myself. But let me change my view. Let's look at things. And she's doing a good job. She's doing an excellent job, of course, because they do. And Malaya and Roland are my two builders, and there she is. So there she is. She's coming in, and we'll be able to watch her. You'll see she's building it, and she's going to work on parts of the wall, and they work from the bottom up. So you can see the wall changing, that she's adding pieces to the bedroom area there, and she's continuing to do that. So that's what she's doing. What time of day is it? It's almost time for her to go home. So I'm just going to watch for a minute because she's about to leave and go home. But look at that. The orange is all around now. She's going to put up that last bit right there, I think, if I'm not standing. Nope, too late. Time to go home. It's end of the day and it's time to go upstairs. These are the stairs so far that come down to the lowest level, and that is what that is of the base. There's Kimberly, our archer, and we're just following Malaya around, and here's everybody coming home. Most of the people live in the Covenstead, of the ruin of the witch's Covenstead that was renovated and up and remodeled, and so for apartments, and so a lot of the people live there, and some the first four still live with Malaya. So Kimberly, Kiyoshi's here, and Roland's here, and they still live here. And of course, Russell, the other member of the first four, is our druid, and so he is on duty right now. Yesterday, we started a complex setup. So this is our courier right here, and right off of the courier is this hallway that goes to 3 industries so far. The first one is the mine, and this is a level 3 mine who we don't have anybody for. The second one is the stonemason right here, who we also don't have anybody for. And then the third one is right up these stairs, is the new crusher. And we need these 3. We need a finished crusher in order to get a concrete mixer. And the reason we need a concrete mixer is this, that the merfolk, the Mer, they love this concrete, this made out of sand concrete, and this is what they want to make everything out of, and that's fine. We'll just have our own concrete mixer, and that will solve the problem. Yes, this is dripping, but it's dripping because it's a part of this mine which is only level 3, and I could go up and stop it from dripping, but I'm not going to do that right now. What I'd like to do is this. This part right here, I'm going to change like I did here. You can see the wall is, the lane is wider on this side, and that's what we're going to do on this side. So I'm going to start this while they're sleeping. Right now, I'm going to, yes, I took a picture by mistake. I need a piece of this. I need to find out, I know these are blocks. I need a piece of this because what we're going to have to do here is make these blocks to keep them from leaking into this area. And I think the blocks only have to come to here. Whoops! That was actually, yeah, you saw that. That was gravel, and I missed it. Okay, let's put this here, and see, that's what that was. Okay, let's take these 4, 5, 6. Let's take these down. Let's put the block in right here because this is actually underground. So we don't need the water pieces in that part right there. And that's fine for now. However, right here, there it is, right here. Let's get glass, this glass, and let's put it here, here, up. There we go. And here, and we might as well do this as well. This is the hallway, so I don't have to worry about them coming along and wanting to do something to it. We're actually making it clear glass because there is a view from this top hallway here, and we're going to acknowledge some of these views so that they actually, it's really beautiful down here, and it would be nice for them to actually be able to enjoy the fact that they are living underwater like the mermaids. Whoop. And so that just seems so cool, and I want to do something about that. Now, this wall here, we'll just do what we did with this wall. We'll start with the gray, and why don't we just go ahead and make a gray line across there. Whoops, I didn't realize it was going to open, so I'll have to put that in. Let me look at something here. I just put that there by mistake. We'll change that later. I think let's start here with this because we know that this is inside where all of this prismarine is. That's inside. This is not. And then let's get this bottom part right here, and we'll have this part done. See, I'm getting better at it. I'm getting better at this procedure. Which is very fun. A friend named Husky Potato told me about that I could click left and right at the same time, and it would put in whatever block you have. You just have to make sure that you do it exactly at the same time. And so that is something that has helped and is very fun. So we have one of these here, right here. Let's put it right here. There we go. And maybe we need one here. Let's put one here as well. So I'm adding those to this hallway. So we widened this hallway here to go to the stone mason, which means that the all the stone will be coming between the mine right here, the stone mason, and the crusher right above here. So that is the way we're working this out. And we could sort of make it seem like the crusher has a way of getting the stone and all of this. Look at this. Look, see, there it is. There's the concrete right there. So that is our next thing. Where is the concrete mixer? And we could maybe, and oh, I forgot. I forgot. We have an environmental disaster. Yeah, we have an environmental disaster, and we're going to it right now. So when we put in that building, it caused a disturbance in the ocean, and the ocean is not right. Let me come up here. I'm going to sleep because it's raining, first of all, and secondly, it's nighttime and you won't be able to see. So I can sleep in Russell's room, in his guard tower, little chamber here. And I'm holding something. I'm holding something. Okay, so let me look at this for a minute. Let's not hold this. Let's make these go away for just a second. I'm not going to need this, and I absolutely will probably need that. And then what do I want to use? I'm going to need to use something that's really visible. I suppose we could use the calcite. I need something to put down that won't be confused with the stone around the disaster.
What is it?
Oh, I'm sorry. No, after you. After you. I think that's Aria. No, it's Cassidy. Okay. Hi, Cassidy. Aria and Cassidy are our chefs. And there goes Case. Hello, Case. And there's Russell. And there it is. There's the disaster. So the MERS tried to do something about it, but we're going to have a problem when we get to the surface because we don't want it to be damaged. But I think we might be able to do it with sponge without damaging the surface. And we'll see. But I think we still have to cover the whole thing in order to get this water level to go back down to normal. This, unfortunately, was the result of putting in the crusher building. It apparently came up higher than this sea level, and I'll have to watch that. That was something that I did not expect, and so didn't do anything about ahead of time. Because usually when I go and look everywhere, it's to look for stuff like this. It's to make sure that this kind of thing is fixed. So yep, there's still one here. So let's make that go away. And that. But yeah, so this is the part that I'm going to have to work on until we get the water to come all the way down to the regular sea level. So the merfolk have provided a ton of sponges for this task, and that is what is being used to stop this event that's going on right here. So I need to go in and make sure that all this in here comes all the way down. See that come down like that? That's what we need to do for this whole area right here, and make sure that all of this inside here is completely down, so that when we remove the sponges, there won't be some source that is up. So I think it's time for this surface of length down here. And we'll do this. So Minecolonies has been around for a while, and a long time ago, when Vincentius Primus found the mod for me, because I loved villagers. What I loved to do was go into villages and redesign their housing, redesign their town, and give them comfortable places to live. So I would put beds in their houses and chairs and tables and all of that kind of stuff. And that is the kind of Minecolonies I always wanted to play. I guess a person could say I am playing dolls. That I like dolls. I've always liked dolls. And I have only collected two different kinds, actually. I've collected more than that. I've actually collected Barbies from when I was a kid. I collected Bratz dolls when they first came out. And then all of that sort of came to an end when in, I don't know what year it was now, but it's been probably about 5 or 6 years ago, Mattel created Monster High. Monster High dolls were the Barbie dolls that I always wanted. They were amazing. They had their own story. They were beautiful. They had beautiful clothing. And the story of them, they're high school dolls, just like Barbie was young adult. It's the same sort of thing. The story of them was, are you down too far? Did you get broken? Why are you down that far? Let's fix that. Put in something right there. Okay. The story of Monster High, of course, is kind of a Wednesday story. It's a story of a school specifically for monsters. For the daughter of Frankenstein, the daughter of Dracula, the daughter of the sons of werewolves, the sons and daughters of werewolves, and all the different monsters that you can think of, all their kids going to Monster High and having, Mattel just did a wonderful job of actually creating a story for all the kids, which is just really wonderful, and I like it. This is too high in here, so we'll have to come to this part and close this up and to make this go down. It needs to go down to right where this is, and this is still up too high, so we'll put this on. So all of that is, I like collecting things. I always like collecting, and I don't collect them to keep in a box. I collect them to play. I collect them to tell stories, and I collect them because I like the idea of their lives and all of that. I just like that idea. All right, let's see what we've got here. There we go. Let's bring these down right in this spot. But you see that where it's coming from behind? So we have to get this right here. There's some big pieces here. There's still this. So yes, dolls is right. So in a way, in Minecraft, villagers are little dolls, but they're better than dolls because they actually have a life, they actually do stuff, and even villagers did stuff. So they do more stuff, but the fact that they do more stuff, in my opinion, is because of mods like Minecolonies like Techtopia, which doesn't exist now, but was really a wonderful mod. It's hard to consistently continue with a mod. You can't just make a mod and then, well, that's it. I made a mod, because every time Minecraft changes something, the mod has to be updated, and all of that stuff has to be done that has to be done in order to have a mod work the way it's supposed to work. And that is something that Minecolonies has been consistent about and has been good with. And it probably was easier for, and when I say easier, I don't mean it in that way, but the lead developer was getting his PhD at the time, so he was still in school. What usually happens is that it's some sort of transitional thing. Creating a mod sometimes, and then they don't feel like it anymore, and that's understandable. And most of the time you hope that people do the thing that oh shoot, I've forgotten the name. There used to be another mod that had little people too, that you built. They built their stuff. You watched them live their lives in the same way. And now I can't think of it. Something Story maybe was the name of it, but I can't think of the name. Is it dark? Okay, so while it's dark, because I'm working on this, I'm actually just going to sleep. I don't mind sleeping on wet sponges. They're wonderful. And why haven't I done that? I need to do that in the thing. Put down the sponge for the bed. That would be so cool. Yeah. So, yeah. So, Story, I forget what the name was, but they had a really cool mod, and they stopped. They just stopped. It just was too much for them. And totally understand if you're doing something for nothing, or if you're doing something for money and no one wants to give you any. That's one of those things that happens. And I think a lot of mod developers think that maybe someone's going to pick up their mod and actually pay them like a real salary and things like that. And sometimes that happens, and sometimes it doesn't. All right. Inside, I think I need to take some of these taller ones so I can see the inside now, because underneath this rock is where this is being built, which I thought was a really cool idea, building it under the rock. But then, it created this disaster. Oops. Sorry. I'm going to have to explain that. So, yeah. So, regardless of the reason that people stop, regardless of the reason that they continue, Minecolonies is one of the ones that has been really good. The team has been able to continue. They've been able to attract other people to help, and to help with the styles and help develop. So the styles of the buildings that the people live in is one of the really fun things about Minecolonies, is that you get to make all these really cool towns in different styles. And that is the fun. That is just fun. And they are at 19. And so they're right up with Minecraft. They're not behind. And they have their own mod packs. I'm not using their Minecraft, but I am using a lot of things from their mind pack. I don't use everything because I'm not playing the same kind of game that they're playing, and that's fine. And because it's Minecraft, everybody sort of understands that everyone has the things that they love to do in Minecraft. I understand that. Everyone has a different way of playing Minecraft. And that is what has kept Minecraft around for all this time. So I started playing when Paul Soares was streaming. Vincentius Primus and I saw Paul the first time, and we were hooked. We were really hooked. And luckily, at that particular time, it was possible to play. We have migrated to Apple machines since then, and that does sometimes restrict what we can actually play. This is the surface right here. So this part is actually supposed to be right here, but I think the sponge, ooh, I'm not going to be able to use sponge down this low. Let me take the sponge away for a minute, and let's use the calcite in this section, because calcite is not going to, yay, there she is. She did it. The calcite won't take away too much. And we're at the surface, which is 63, 61. Why is it 61 here? Yeah, there we are. We're at 63, so the surface is 62. 62, so we don't want it to go down below 62. So I'm going to put this here. We'll probably have to repair those places right there where I had the sponges come down too low. Let's put in the calcite, and let's follow this all the way around, taking away these, and then we'll take all the calcite away when the time comes. But let's just put this in for right now, and we'll do this. So yeah, so I'm just talking about my history with Minecraft and with Minecolonies. And Vincentius Primus and I used to go in together and play. And when we went in, he would go mining. And a lot of times I would stay and in the town, and I would just watch the villagers and fix their houses. And you know how villages are, how a lot of times villages, the houses are on cliffs, or the roads, you know, drop off somewhere, and those kinds of things. And that's the kind of stuff that I had fun playing with. That's the kind of stuff that I like to play with, and like to design their houses. And then all of a sudden there was this new game that Vincentius found for me. And he's like, look at this. Look at this. And it was like, oh my gosh. Look, they do stuff. Look, you can interact with them more than with a villager. And it's so cool. And so I love that. So I like telling stories about the people who live in the towns and about their lives, because AI is AI. It doesn't matter whether it's a villager, one of the Minecolonies citizens, whatever. It's so fascinating what happens with AI, that they take on a life of their own. It doesn't matter if they're only supposed to do certain things. Within that AI realm of possibility, those certain things create the most fascinating stories. And that's what I like to do. The AI becomes a thing where they're supposed to go to work a certain way and they don't. They're supposed to live a certain way and they don't. They're supposed to relate to other citizens a certain way and they do or don't. And all of those things create the stories that I tell. So just like villagers, Minecolonies people can have children. And unlike villagers, Minecolonies people actually have names. They have names and are quite... and so because they have names, it seems more like they can have families that I can follow the names. Okay, so now we need sponge at this level right here because this is, yep, I'm going to have to bring this whole level down right in this area. So let's take this. So yeah, so that is my relationship with it. The Minecolonies team is really fascinating. They're good people. They stream their own gameplay, which is one of the things that makes them really good. There are a couple modders who stream their gameplay, but they're one of them. And that's the kind of mods you want to play. Like Vault Hunters, he streams, Iskal streams his gameplay, and things like that. So Paul, I don't think Paul is actually curated, but there are some players who actually curate. In other words, they pay modders, or they have a modder who likes to work with them, who creates the world for them, or who creates a mod for them. In 7 Days to Die, Jawoodle has a really close relationship with modders who create a better mod for him to play, and that he likes, so that he gets to play the game that he likes, and those are always fun. I'm going to sleep. And let's see, there we go. Okay, so it's morning again, and I'm going to continue working on this. So yeah, so that is the world that I play. Now, the thing about Minecolonies, when they first started and I was playing, I just loved the idea of their setup. I loved that the people worked and went home at night and did different jobs and all of those kinds of things that happen. Hopefully this will be a thunderstorm. It doesn't look dark enough for a thunderstorm, but maybe it'll be one. And if it is, then we'll be able to sleep and stop it from being some rain. But right now, we'll just continue. So these are my new dolls. That's the way I look at it. These are my dolls, and I tell stories with my dolls. That's what I like to do. That's what I like to do. But one of the things that I like to do is I like to tell different stories. Not interested in fighting. So you're not going to see that here. Hold on for a minute. There was a time in the life of Minecolonies where when you were in creative, the mobs would not only not attack you, but they wouldn't attack the people either. So the mobs, when you were in creative, the town was pretty much protected. The mobs would walk around, but they wouldn't do anything. They wouldn't do anything to the townspeople, and they wouldn't do anything to you. And so it made a peaceful relationship, which I really liked. And it allowed me to tell stories about the mobs as well as telling stories about the Minecolonies citizens. And the stories that I like to tell about the mobs is one of the basis for the story that I tell here, that the skeletons own the land. And think about it. The skeletons own the land in Minecraft. They are, the zombies are essentially young skeletons. And yes, they're little skeletons, that's true. But those are ones who died or who passed on while they were still children. And so you have child zombies and child skeletons. They don't, like vampires, if they die with that body, that's the body that they have. This is my story. So the witches are their own people. Endermen are their own people. And creepers, spiders, all those things are all pets, are all creatures of the skeletons. So when you're even when you're in the nether, the withers are the strong ones, the blazes, they're another group of creatures, autonomous creatures. And so there are all these different creatures who are on these planets, the planet of Minecraft, in the same way. So this is the story that I tell. So in the beginning, we would have a peace treaty with the skeletons, and that would, skeletons, witches, and enders are the ones that we had to worry about. The skeletons then took care of the zombies and the creepers, and so we never had to be, we were not fighting all the time, and that is the way I wanted it. And when I found out that that was possible to do it that way, that became my new way to do it. In 16, something changed so that the townspeople were not exempt from, they became actual prey to mobs, whether you were in creative or not. And because of that, we had to start forming a different kind of treaty. And so in Minecraft 16, Minecolonies 16, we formed treaties and had guards, and for the most part, the mobs abided by the treaties. It was really interesting too. So when 16 happened, I started a colony thinking that the old treaties were in place, only to find out that they weren't. And I actually lost my first 4 people within like a day because a full gang of skeletons attacked. And of course, I didn't know that they needed protection. I thought our treaties were in place, and they were not. So after that, we began to have guards. We made a new treaty. And the skeletons are interesting when they make a treaty. They're like, sure. Yes. Oh, it's definitely a misunderstanding when skeletons come into the area that they're not supposed to be in, or mobs come into the area they're not supposed to be in. But it was always skeletons or endermen. It was never creepers. I think mine colonies made it so that creepers wouldn't come into town anymore because that was a problem. You could be building something and then have a creeper come in and blow it up. So that was something that they fixed very early on, so that that wouldn't be so discouraging. Because discouraging that would be if you built this building and then you had creepers come in the night and blow it up. And so, or any time of day. But I played that. I played that. I had during the time played a lot of that, where creatures came in the night and you had to watch out for them. Should I tough it? I guess I should. It is tough, and I should follow it down. And so that was how the game was played during that time. What I like to think of is that as time goes on, we get better at peace, and we have no occasions where mobs are attacking people. And that is the game that I wanted to play, and I have been playing for a long, long time, and I like to play like that. Did this cut out? It looks like it did, didn't it? Yeah, it does. Let's take this stuff down to here. Let's just go ahead and take this around for a minute to this side, because I'm going to pull that part off later. But I want to bring this down. I think this is just above the water level. And when we get these rocks to come down, I'll bring the whole thing down. So yes, so the merfolk, the sea people, the people who live underwater, were concerned that we had created some sort of disaster, water disaster, and they are not really happy about that. See this part right here? That's underneath something here. I'm going to have to put water. There it is. So let's go over to here and let's water that. So there we go. And then let's put this in so that goes down where it's supposed to. And I'm good. Yeah, that fixed it. Good. Okay. So here is, see where that is? So that's why we're only coming down to this mark. It's more than likely that the builder will take some of that stone away if it's on the inside. But we're just going to bring the stone down to that mark in these areas. Yay, it's nighttime, so I can go to sleep here. All right, so Malaya isn't doing anything. And I think I'm going to have her, even though I don't normally do it, and I don't wanna. So the way I usually do my towns is the merfolk, mermaids, or as ambassadors and as people who care, help the land people in the beginning with supplies and things until they get themselves together. I don't need to keep any of this right now. And then when the time comes, the town gets strong enough and that they can create their own supply and demand. They can actually trade on their own and get the things that they need to get. So this town will always need to trade for wood. So wood is going to come in on ships. But concrete and stone don't need to come in on ships. Glass does not need to come in on ships. So these two things, a concrete mixer and a glass cutter, a glass blower, are two things that we're headed towards. So until
What is it?
I think Roland is working on this. Let me look and see what it says. Malaya is done. Roland's not working. Let me see why. Why isn't he working? Let's see, first of all, if there is, yep, cancel upgrade. So it is him, and he is working here. So let's go here for a minute and see what's going on with Roland, why he is not working here. So we'll go upstairs. What time of day is it? Let's see. It's 8:30 in the morning, so this is a good time to check and see if it's more than likely that he needs a tool of some sort, but we'll go all the way up and we'll look. Hello. Hello. What you doing, you two? Oh, they're okay. Okay, they're having a meeting and Roland is not here. So let's look here for a minute and
Good
see.
day to you.
He has everything he needs. Hi. There you are. Do you need something? No, you're working on it? Okay. I'm just going to follow you back down. No? Okay. Let's see what he's doing. There he goes. Okay, so he's going up to his storage, because he has storage up above, and he's getting things out of storage, and then he's coming back down. How did you do that? How are you doing? Oh, I have a gate here, and I had to put that gate in because he kept coming down on that side. And so we put a gate in there. It's okay if he comes down on that side. If he does, I just didn't want strangers walking into his shop, and neither did he. So that's how we're doing it. And so he's getting all the stuff together that he needs. Those are visitors walking around. And let's do it. Let's look at a new set of visitors before we go and see if we can find someone that we want. Why don't we do that? I think I want to do that. Okay. So let's do this so that I can see people. I've got a paper and pen, and we're going to go into here. This is the tavern where the people come. And we'll look at some people here. Asmina or Ismena. Ismena? I don't know how to pronounce your name. Ismena? Ismena. Let's look at her and see. She is a tourist. And so we will just put her name on the list here. I'm going to try. Oops, did you hear that? That was me bumping the stand. Let me come over here. I want to try and put something here so that it's easier to write. Ismena. She is on the list, so we won't look at her a second time. Here is a person named Armani.
Good day to you.
Armani. That's pretty. And she is also just visiting. Armani. So, and she has been here a while. She's enjoying her vacation. And now let's come in here. We have Ariel.
I can help you with that.
Pretty Ariel. And Ariel is visiting. And so we'll put Ariel right here. Ielle. There we go. Let's go upstairs and look at the people upstairs and see if we can... Look! Look! It's a visitor. So this Lindy is actually a Patreon donor. And
What is
that
it?
is, as a Patreon donor, literally get lost. As a Patreon donor, you can have your own skin in the game, which is so cool, and I love it. Let's look at Kenya for a minute.
What is it?
I don't want to look at the Patreon donors because their skins don't stay. What am I looking for? Do I even know what I'm looking for? I don't think I do. Let's stop for a minute. I'm going to stop for a second. I'm going to go and find these 3 jobs that I need people for and see what I need them to be able to do. And that I need to do first. I need to do that before anything. So for the miner, nope, that's the warehouse. I do need a courier. And so why don't I look at that for a minute? Right here. I need another courier. I need another guard. But let's do the courier first. Courier, and a courier is agility and adaptability. So courier, agility, adaptability. Okay, and we're going to add another courier to help Adriana because she has a big job. And we're going to give her some help. It wouldn't matter if she was by her, if she, oops, I needed to go that way. If this is more than one person can handle. It doesn't matter who the person is. And so it's not a reflection on Adriana at all that she needs help. And right here, let's look at this. A miner is strength and stamina. A miner, strength, stamina. And so we know that. Okay, and let's come over here to the stone mason, who is, I think, around the corner. Yep, right here. The stonemason
I'm going to do my best to work for you.
is creativity and dexterity. So stone mason, creativity and dexterity. DEX. There's one of the dexes. Okay, and then
Work.
let's come here. Let's see. Let's go here for a minute. Back around here. That was an interruption. And then we'll go up to the crusher and see what we need for the crusher. And look at you. See the stone disappearing and it all becoming concrete? That's why we need a concrete mixer. So let's come here. And that is stamina and strength. So crusher, USH, stamina,
my best to work for you.
and strength, TR. Okay, STRE. Miner is strength 2 and STREN. Okay, and so there we go. Now let's go back and let's look for the people. So we're looking for people to fill those positions. And not everyone wants to stay. Some people are just here on vacation. and they're not interested in staying. They just think it's an unusual place to come. They like being the first to be here and all that kind of stuff, those kinds of things. So there is Aria. Aria's living here. A couple people live here. I'm going to have to check on that later. We'll have to move that into some housing. But right now, we're going to look at the people. So this is Piers right here. And Piers is going to be here for at least a week more. But he is definitely on vacation.
What is it?
And let's put his name down. Piers. Okay. And then let's come over here. And we looked at Kenya. We didn't put her name down, but we did look at her. M-I-A. And there is Lindy. And there's Milo. Milo wanting some attention. And of course you do. Look, the dexterity is up. The creativity and dexterity are up enough for a stonemason. Yeah. So let's keep Milo in mind for a minute. He could actually be a stonemason. Let's see if we want him to. Okay, and we have Ariel, and this is Jerome right here. And this is what we're looking for. Look at the athletics. Look at the strength. Holy good night, Jerome. Jerome is a miner. Oh my God, he's perfect. Well, actually, no. Strength. It's the minor is strength and stamina, and the stamina's down, but the strength and athletics. God, that sounds like a builder or something, doesn't it? And look at the knowledge. Holy good night. Okay, what does he want? He has less than a week that he's going to be here. That's the way I look at it. When they run out of meat pops, they go away. So let's click off of him for a second, and let's go back to him. And he wants nether quartz, 33 nether quartz. So we are going to get a loan from the mer people who have an arrangement with piglins and withers to get nether materials that they like to use too. And we're going to get Jerome. So Jerome is now a citizen, and we're going to get him, it's nighttime, we're going to get him into a room at the inn right quick. And yep, there's room. So let's come here and let's put Jerome here. And we'll check. Jerome's a Goodwin. Now, Goodwin is an age-old name among explorers. They are really good explorers, and we'll see what Jerome's going to be as time goes on. But those numbers are good.
Good day to you.
This is another Vivian. We have I believe that we have a Vivian. Let me see. Let's see. Yes, we have a Vivian spelt like that. And the young woman who just left, I think her name is Vivienne. Yes, it is.
I can help you with that.
I would probably, yeah, I'm glad. Okay. She's got good numbers, but I don't think I want to have two people so close. I have in another town two people who ended up having the same name, Vienne, but the way they ended up in that town, Jerome and E, the way that happened was one's Ray and one's Raymond, and yeah, there's not that much difference, but that's what happened. It was my mistake, I don't want it to happen again. That would be Vivian and Vivienne. So we looked at Milo. We looked at Esmina. And let's go back upstairs and see if there's someone else. That looked like yes, that's Lindy. And what is your
I
name?
can help you with that.
Valentina. Oh, that is so pretty. Valentina. Valentina. We're going to let her pass. Lentina. Some of the names come back because they're just first names, so they get used over again for other people, just like in this world. And so that's it. Ariel. And I think that's all we're going to get this time. We have to wait for another ship, or either the Caledonian to come in or the steampunk to come back in with more people. Let's look here and make sure I got everybody. Yep, I did. Lindy, it is so nice to see you. Now, Lindy will come back, and if you make her into a citizen, if you choose her, then all of this goes away. She starts to look like everybody else. So it's not worth it to make the patron visitor into a person, because they don't stay that way. People make the mistake of thinking they're going to stay like that, and they don't. They tell you that, but you know how we read instructions. That doesn't happen a lot. Okay, so let's go to bed. Thank you. He held the door for me. Wasn't that sweet? We're going to go to sleep so that everyone can get up. I'm going to see what Malaya's doing. I don't think I can set the concrete mixer. Let's go upstairs and see if I can get a concrete mixer. I'm going upstairs through the town hall up to the top floor where people wait for the steampunk to come in. Look, the steampunk is there. So it's going to go out soon. And it looks like an airport terminal to me. I just want to turn these chairs around, though, and have them facing. They're facing the other window right here, this deck, which would have been fun if we had something here, but we don't. So we'll turn these around and have them face the other way. Should I do that now? No. Nah, I don't want to do it right now. We have a little time left. So what I'm going to do is make sure that we can put in the concrete mixer. We might have to wait for some supplies to come in. And so in order to do this book, I don't want to hit something accidentally. So I'm going to change I'm going to change into a land person. As you are. And that way I can't accidentally hit something here that I don't want to hit. And so down here we're looking at crusher. We unlock that. And then we don't need the crusher recipes right now. That will be fun in the future when we actually have stone makers that can make a 64 deep slate and make gravel, sand, and clay, all that kind of stuff. What we need is this, a concrete mixer. We need white concrete. We have white concrete. So that is something that we are going to do right now. The MERS have white concrete, and we're going to do that. And then it's just a matter of where are we going to put it.
I can help you with that.
Yes, you can. So let's go back. I want to go back to my MER self and be able to go to my supplies and get what I need in order for us to do that. So technology, Let's pull this
I can help you
back.
with that.
Let's come down to there, and there it is. Pave the road. So now, Jamina or Yamina and
What is it?
Kiyoshi will work. And look how fast they worked on. They found it right away. Okay, perfect. So we're going down. Now let's go out. Let's go out. I don't think I can go out here. Let's come down until I can see a way out. I probably can see a way out right there. Can I get through? Can I get through here? Nah. All right. I have to do it the right way. I can't do it that way. So, yeah. So that is some of my history for the way I like to do stories and the way I like to be in this game. These are the things that I like. Aha! So see this coming up like this? This is the reason why in some of those areas it will have to fix the land again once this crusher is done. And that's one of the things that I wanted to look at to see if what was going on. It's okay. We can fix it, fix the water after he's done. But I didn't want that whole thing to be up. It was all the way up to here. It was up three blocks above sea level. And that's a wave. That's a dangerous wave. So let's go up for a second with the little bit amount of time we have left. Let's come up here. And I'm going to look at a crusher and see what it looks like in the underwater style. Underwater base style. So we're going to switch packs. We're going to go to underwater base, and there it is right here. And I said crusher, but I mean a concrete mixer, which I believe is a luxury. No, it's not. Oh, good. Okay. Masonry. Yes, there it is. Good. Level 5. Let's rise it up so that... There we go, so that I can see the whole thing. And there it is on the outside. Let's go in. Ooh, pretty. Oh, it's so pretty. So let's go in for a minute. There's the door. This is a concrete mixer. I love this. This is so cool. I have to make it. It's just so beautiful. So you have this area and you have this. So what is this over here? Is this where the concrete is mixed? Nice. So these are supposed to be where the concrete is mixed, and this is probably, sure enough, supposed to be a sub that brings the concrete over, because here's the submarine part right here. And so, right, so this is a tanker. This is actually a tanker right here. Oh my gosh. I just love them all. They're so amazing, but look how huge this is. So where are we going to put it? So let's go back down to the industrial area that we have down here that is very crowded, and see if there's some way of putting this off from where that is. So here are the buildings down under here. So there is the crusher, which is being built right up in this area. See it over there? That's the crusher right there. This is the warehouse down here. The stone mason right here, and the mine right off of here. This is where we should put it. We should put it right down here. Ooh, look at that. Yeah. We should actually put it right down. We need it to be down, but see, we can't go into Tana. So we've kind of boxed ourselves in. Oh, it's a pet. One of my pets. Hello, baby. Hi. Hi. Oh, you brought your mate with you for a change. Okay. Yay, the two of you together. That is so cool. You're beautiful. You're so pretty. So what do we want to do? If we build this too high up, it will actually disturb the water again. I don't think I want to do that. See this happening here? See that? See that moving? That's him. That's the builder moving that stuff, I think. I don't know now, but I love this building and I wanted to build it. And I know that a portion of it is up high, but that's okay. And I see, oh, is he actually putting it all back? He is. That's why the water was changing. He's putting all the water back. But that's okay. That's all right. We will fix it. I should have waited. And because of this, I'm going to finish this building because of the water, because it keeps doing that. See, he is putting the water back. So he's going to put it all the way back up to where it was. Drat. I didn't think about that he was going to do that. So I'm going to finish the building. When he gets done, I'll finish the building so that I can take the water level down. And we'll know that for the future so that we will, in fact, keep these below the surface. There he goes. He probably thinks, see, look, I fixed it. That's probably what he's saying to himself. It got messed up and I fixed it. This is where it should be. This is where the concrete mixer should be, right off of this edge right here. It can be, because I'll show you for a moment. Let's put this here. Let's touch this. And let's go to stonemason and the concrete mixer, level 5. Okay, so let's go this way for a minute. Let's go this way. So it's going to, oops, don't want to be out of the water. It's going to be facing this way. And it's going to be right here. And this is the important thing. Can we have an actual place right here? There we go. So we're down here. Let's look at what down does. Let's put this down to here. So see where the lines are? There's Tana. And this is not going to work. This is too big to go here. It will tear down those Tana buildings. And we're just not doing that. We're not affecting the coral. And so if it went down farther, maybe, I do want to use this. I could maybe bring it over this way, but I don't think there's enough room because Tana is right there on that side. So this is something that we won't be able to put here. Let's quickly go around. Let's make this go away. Let's go around to this side. There are some deep areas in this part right here. But Tana's in this. But Tana is not over here on this side. We could have a passage. We could have passages cross over. It's obvious that we're going to have something where the crusher comes over. So the stairs come all the way to here. This is the stairwell right here. Uh-oh. Do you see that? This is the stairwell right here. Right on the side. So if we had... And so this is the entry right here. This hall right here is the entry. It's not quite, look how close I am. It's not quite big enough to put anything off of it. We have this area where things are being delivered. We have this area where the sub goes out. The sub goes out of this hallway here and turns and goes out this hallway, which hasn't been broken through yet, if I'm not mistaken. Let me see. Do I have a pickaxe on me? I do. Let's see how much is on the other side of this. Can I get through here, or is this still rock? It's still rock, and I'm going to go like this and see how far. Oh, I remember now. This is below ground. Yes, it is. This is below the ground. The ground is actually up here. So that's another area where we're going to be doing that. However, look at this. Look at this area here. This underwater area right here where this is, where we blasted through this. We could put it underneath, behind all these buildings. So remember that there's a walkway right here? This walkway? We could have this walkway lead to the concrete mixer. And I like the idea of that. And that's what we're actually going to look at for a minute. Let's come over here. We're going to go up into the cargo bay and rise up into the courier hallway, and then we're going to go around the corner to, and I don't know whether I want to, this is the warehouse right here. That was weird. I thought I saw someone. That was very strange. Okay, let's go here. Let's go around the corner here, and the walkway that we're talking about is down here. Stop. Stop. Let me down. Help. All right, is this one right over here. So what we would be doing is putting in another piece right here, and we need to put in at least one piece of hallway in order to push the building back far enough. And then I believe it's not going to interfere, but let's start with this. Let's start putting this right here. Let's go to infrastructure. Let's go to corridors. A concrete corridor, level 3, looks like this. This is what a concrete corridor looks like. And I think we're going to do a concrete corridor because there really isn't anything to see down here. So let's look at this and let's see what it looks like. That's down below, and this is right here. So this is it right here, like this. This would be the corridor. I actually like this. Yeah, there are windows, but we're not going to be able to do them in this area. So that's why we're going to put this in right here. like, what, let me see. Yes, it is facing the right way. Put it in right here like this. Constructed, and there we go. So this is the concrete one right here. Let's take that off, and we can change that later. I want to see how far I should go. I'm wanting to go to, I'm looking at the map, the little map, and I'm looking at all the structures and where I am. And I think I should go to this way. I think I should. There's the entrance. See, you can see the entrance right there. And so that's one of the reasons why I think I should go to in this direction. So let's do that. Let's put another one down. So let's do infrastructure. Let's do corridors, concrete this time, segment 1. And let's pull it back level 3 so that I can see it. And I think it still needs to be raised up again. Yes, it does. Put it down and put it back 1. That should be in the right place. There's the hut. And let's do it constructed. And there we are. Let's take this pickaxe here. Oops. And let's remove this part right here. So let's take the wand and let's end the construction. And so there we are. And so we have another one of these right here. And I probably overlapped them. I probably did, but it's okay. There's nothing here. And so now let's put this in. So let's go from here. We're at level 38. So let's go here and let us put this. Did I miss it? I did miss it. I did. I missed Minecolonies team starting 11 minutes ago. I think I'm going to stop for today. Thank you very much for being here and listening to the story and watching me futilely try and correct the environmental disaster that we created with the crusher building. But when we come back, we will fix that and we'll continue. So enjoy your games and enjoy watching all the other gamers. Minecolonies team is now streaming for 2 hours on Twitch, and you can go there and you can find them and you can watch them play their own game. So I will see you soon. Bye for now. I'm going to put on music. Bye. Bye.